Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is so good to have you here with us this evening. Let me just, with my welcome, read what I have you see in your program. The Jamaican Parliament in 1969 passed the National Honours and Awards Act, conferring the nation's highest award, the Order of National Hero, to 7 outstanding Jamaicans who changed the course of Jamaica's history. On Heroes Day we celebrate Nanny of the Maroons, Samuel Sharp, George William Gordon, Paul Bogle, Marcus Garvey, Alexander Bustamante, and Norman Manley. In 2003, the former Consul General, Herman Lamont, launched the Consul General's Heritage Awards, recognizing and honoring individuals and businesses that had made a positive impact on the lives of other individuals in Jamaica and in the diaspora. Today I'm delighted to continue this initiative, honoring and celebrating the unsung heroes in our community who continue to give up their time, resources, and expertise, not only to those in need, but also in the area of national development. I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2018 Heritage Awardees. And when I call their names, I'm going to ask them to stand. Stephen Drummond, Esquire. Miss Lesleyann Samuel, from the Union of Jamaica Alumni Association. Dr. Trevor Dixon, from the JAHJAH Foundation. Mr. Baldwin Shields, from Johnny Cheesecakes. Mr. Andrew Morris, from Sam's Caribbean Marketplace. Can you come up to the front, please, Andrew? He's here. I just saw him coming in.
Don't check his phone.
And Titus and Annette Runcie. I am sure you're all happy and delighted. For me, I'm really honored that you have accepted this award. Our grateful nation thanks you for your sterling contribution to brand Jamaica as you take your pride of place in our beloved country. Walk good and never forget the motto of the order. He built a city which hath foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the consulate. For those of you who are visiting us for the first time, this is your home away from home. Please feel free to come here anytime.
Where we can find help in the time of our need. We thank you for our Consul General. We thank you for the wisdom that you have given unto her. We thank you for her obedience to follow your leading. And in recognizing in her own life, like Esther, she was brought to this place for such a time as this. Mending time, going forward time. And we thank you for our awardees. We pray that you'll continue to bless them, encourage their hearts, and remind them, oh God, that what we are doing today is just small. You are the good Lord looking down and will give them the blessings. You have pronounced a blessing on them, going out and coming in. And whatever they put their hands to, let it prosper. We are not asking for anything that you did not promise. And we are thanking you that they are alive today to hear the good words spoken about them. May you continue to bless them again. And we promise we'll always come back and give your name the praise and the honor and the glory. We bless them in the name of the Father. We bless them in the name of the Son. And we bless them in the name of the Holy Spirit. Remember their families. Go before them. Lead and guard them. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. So I'm going to start off with Mr. Stephen Lloyd Drummond. Mr. Stephen Lloyd Drummond, let me tell you something. See my here? And he says, you know what, I know, but I'm going to tell you something before I start this. 2 years ago when the Consul General came, he had a function in Long Island. And just to introduce her to the community, because she was new and all that jazz. And I I knew his face, and working here, sometimes guys, you have to forgive us. Sometimes it's just on the road and you look on us and say, "I'm Savila, CG," and we don't really, we say, "Hi, what's your name again?" You know, and forgive us. You know, sometimes we deal with so many people, but it's not that we think that you're less important, just forgive us. But I looked at him and I couldn't figure out where I know his face from. Ladies and gentlemen, today, Lisa Bransbart, our Deputy Consul General, she was actually here as our consul years ago. And when I showed her the presentation, I think during the course of this week, she saw it, and today she says, "Hold on a second, Stephen Drummond." She says, "Robert, you don't remember him?" I said, "From where?" She says, "He was the guy when that Jamaican boy and little girl got in a tussle over a bicycle, and the police intervened, and they were charging this boy, a visitor, charging him with all these adult charges, going to throw the guy in jail and all that jazz. This is like a minor." And she reached out to him, and he presented himself to the judge. I remember that case like yesterday, and the judge even ushered an apology to us based on his efforts. And I tell you, from that I said, "No, sir, this man is not normal." And no fear, and me said, "Lord of mercy, a black man and the white people around me." I didn't just I said, "Jesus, the boy gone to jail." But it did not happen. And attorney Stephen Lloyd Drummond is a partner of a law firm of Drummond and Squillace, where he served as co-lead counsel in the civil litigation, federal and state, and criminal defense law groups. Let me skip over the other part. After graduating from the University of Miami School of Law, Mr. Drummond served as prosecutor in Queens County District Attorney's Office, where he prosecuted criminal cases from arrest to indictment to trial. Jumping another paragraph. In 1998, Mr. Drummond was commissioned by the Congress of the United States and was appointed by the President of the United States as an officer of the United States Army Reserve's Judge Advocate General Corps, JAHJAH, am I correct? And currently holds the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army Reserve's Judge Advocate General's Corps. And his biggest accomplishment in Pretty Wife, Vanessa Gray Drummond, and his two beautiful and intelligent children, Olivia and Aiden. Aiden and Olivia, come up here for me, please. Let everybody see you. I know this is life, ladies and gentlemen. This is the future here. These just a round of applause for them, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Vanessa, you deserve a medal. You are great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask that you just welcome Stephen Drummond to the podium as the Consul General. Come on, let's welcome Stephen.
My dear Stephen, on behalf of the staff, the government of Jamaica, the Prime Minister, the people of Jamaica, and in recognition of your outstanding and dedicated services to the community, and as Robert said, especially to the consulate, we can call upon you at any time. There is Jennifer, and she can attest to that. You have been there for us 24/7, and this is just a small token of our appreciation. You are our hero, and we truly appreciate you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor and my pleasure to introduce our next awardee, Miss Lesleyann V. Samuel, engineer, educator, and phenomenal leader. Lesleyann Samuel was recently elected to her third and final second-year term as the president of the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations USA, Inc. A leader of vision and passion, she has focused on developing the programs of the union, establishing UJAAA as a stakeholder with various education organizations in Jamaica, including the National Education Inspectorate, enhancing the effectiveness of the member associations, and collaborating with other alumni umbrella groups around the globe. Lesleyann also serves as Assistant Treasurer of my Alumni Association, her alma mater, Immaculate Conception High School, and she holds an MSc in Electrical Engineering, Technology Management from the University of Pennsylvania, and a BSc in Computer Science and Management from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. However, her greatest and proudest accomplishment is that she's the proud mom of Nicholas, who lives and works in Southern California. Please join me in welcoming Miss Lesleyann Samuel.
Lesleyann, what can I say? On behalf of a grateful nation, our Prime Minister, the people of Jamaica, but more so, the 33 states that this office is responsible for, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all you do for us, especially in the field of education. You don't know how much, as the Consul General, I appreciate you. And as I said to Stephen, you are our hero, and we truly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree is Trevor Dixon, Dr. Trevor Dixon, founder and chairman of the Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home Foundation. Dr. Trevor Dixon hails from Christiana, Manchester, the greatest parish in Jamaica, from there, and migrated to New York at the tender age of 9. He studied pre-medical sciences at Columbia University in the city of New York and graduated from New Jersey Medical School in 2003. He then completed specialized training in emergency medicine at New York Beth Israel in New Jersey, for which he is board certified. In 1994, Dr. Dixon also gained his bachelor's degree in diagnostic ultrasound from SUNY downstate and is certified in ultrasound RDMS, registered diagnostic medical sonography. He has approximately 26 years of experience in medical ultrasound and has written handbooks for clinical ultrasound. These handbooks are now in use at New York Beth Israel Emergency Department and Rutgers New Jersey Medical School. Dr. Dixon has also held positions such as former Chief of Division in Emergency Ultrasound at the University of Missouri, at the Rutgers New Jersey Medical School, formerly UMDNJ New York. He served as the Director of Emergency Ultrasound and Assistant Professor of Emergency Medicine for 4 years. He is currently the Director of Emergency Ultrasound at Jacobi Medical Center in the city of New York and hopes to continue to make an impact. Dr. Dixon formed the Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home Foundation, a registered non-profit in New Jersey in 2011. His qualifications and experience allow Dr. Dixon to train physicians in Jamaica's public hospital in use of ultrasound in emergency and critical care situations, which he started to do on his own from 2007. Through his leadership, he started an annual mission to Jamaica, dubbed Mission for Change, which has grown to a team of over 15 volunteers from the United States. Each year, the team, along with a number of other local support volunteers within the island, conduct several projects which benefit the public health and education sectors in Jamaica. These projects range from donating medical supplies and equipment, sharing information and technology with healthcare professionals, building of infrastructure such as a 10-room urgent care center in Ulster Spring, up in Trelawney, retrofitting a Sonicare unit at the St. Lamar Public General Hospital, providing electricity and much-needed renovation at the Mango Hall Basic School in Little London, Westmoreland, and many other community and school health fairs. On the personal level, Dr. Dixon enjoys giving back through charity to those less fortunate. Jamaica still holds a special place in his heart, and therefore he focuses his initiatives on bettering the lives of the underserved citizens of this beautiful island. Dr. Dixon, congratulations on a job well done.
JAHJAH! One of the things that wasn't said in Dr. Dixon's bio is that why he's a hero to me, and I'm sure to the community, is one of the ways that he reaches out to young people. He gave the story about going into a nightclub. You remember that at the Nurses Association? And only a hero does that. Goes to the nightclubs to inform young men and women on the importance of being healthy. And only a hero could do that. Dr. Dixon, on behalf of our grateful nation, and not only because you're Moravian like me, on behalf of our grateful nation, the Prime Minister, the people of Jamaica, and the diaspora, the Jamaicans in these 33 states, Bermuda and Puerto Rico, that we are responsible for, thank you so much for your services. Thank you for what you do for Jamaica. Jamaicans abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it.
So now we're going to be presenting Noel, Titus, and Annette Runcie. Runcie, oh thank you so much. Titus Runcie was born in Kingston, Jamaica as the oldest of 6 children. Titus had a harsh childhood growing up in Jamaica and felt abandoned by his father, who had migrated to America. His mother took him to live with various family members before she passed away when he was only 13. Titus always felt that he had to provide for himself and did what he had to do to survive. At the age of 16, Titus migrated to Brooklyn, New York, and stayed with his aunt and uncle. He attended Wingate High School, then decided that college was not for him, so he pursued starting his own limousine company. In 1988, at the young age of 18, Titus started On Time Limousine Company and built a great customer base, which allowed him to successfully operate this company for 8 years. He then went on to open Runwell Auto Repair Incorporated in Long Island City, Queens, where he further strengthened his business acumen. Titus met and married his wife, Annette, in 1997, and the union produced 2 boys. You want to say the name, something up while you? Keanu, now 23, and Kimani, 20. Despite having a wonderful family and successful business, Titus was compelled to pursue his dream of owning a car dealership. He started 4 Guys Auto Sales Incorporated in 1998 and began his journey of buying and selling cars. In February 2005, Titus supported his wife, Annette, in opening a Golden Crust franchise in Queens Village. As if that wasn't enough, Titus again supported his wife in fulfilling her long life dream and opened PA-Nash Restaurant and Lounge in November 2013. PA-Nash is an upscale restaurant serving a very unique fusion cuisine called Euro Soul. PA-Nash took over 3 years to open because of various obstacles. Titus and Annette persistence paid off, and they have managed to bring style and flair of Manhattan dining to Southeast Queens. PA-Nash has received many awards and recognitions, with the most significant one being from Queens Chamber of Commerce, first place for commercial design. Along with his entrepreneurial achievements, Titus has always supported his wife's community efforts in organizing free health fairs, feeding the homeless during the holiday season, and donating food to the churches, nonprofits, and the City Harvest programs. In addition, he has sponsored many Jamaican immigrants and has shipped food and clothing to needing children in Jamaica. Titus currently sits on the board for the First Merchant Association of Rosedale, Laurelton, and Springfield Gardens. Titus has become a key resource to minority businesses throughout Brooklyn and Queens and has become the go-to person for restaurant and lounge owners in Queens. They all have enough respect for Titus. Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Titus, Runcie, run, come see.
What can I say after that? Thank you so much for what you do for Jamaica. As Diane said, bringing a taste of Manhattan to Queens, and only a Jamaican could do it. We just want to say, on behalf of the Prime Minister, the people of Jamaica, the community here in New York, and the 33 states that we're responsible for, thank you for being our heroes. We appreciate you, and we appreciate what you do for Jamaica. God bless you all.
Thank you. After leaving St. Jacob High School in 1979, he migrated from Jamaica to join his family in the Bronx, New York. For his first job, he worked part-time as a foot messenger to help pay his way through college. After graduation, he worked full-time as a textbook editor for Macmillan McGraw-Hill. He then later worked at New Day, where he served as a daily newspaper company project manager. It was while he was there that he met his wife, his longtime sweetheart, Jean, and the couple moved to Hempstead, Long Island, where they raised their two children, Melissa and Andrew. They soon noticed that there was a shortage of growing stores and provisions for the Caribbean community on Long Island. And so after much thinking and praying, they opened Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, which has now become a household name for the Caribbean community in Long Island and through the tri-state area. He has taken the brand name Jamaica across the world. Bread and Butter Express, I think it's Ari FM, what, Ari FM? Sam's, right. You can always find Dutch pots, cold stoves, Ludaboards, Scotch bonnet pepper, Solomon Gundy, metal antiseptic. You get the message, okay? During the past 22 years, Sam's Caribbean Marketplace has assisted hundreds of civic organizations, churches, alumni associations, community groups, and for many years the company has provided paid internship to high school and college students from the Caribbean. As president of SAMS, he has mentored many young would-be entrepreneurs and has shared his managerial experiences with others through Malloy College, DeVry University, and Nassau Community College. He has earned several awards, and his story has been told many times in newspapers and periodicals over the years. He currently serves as director of the Hempstead Chamber of Commerce, a board member of the St. Martin de Porres Elementary School, Uniondale, treasurer of the West Indian American Chamber of Commerce, as a trustee of his parish church, and he was most recently elected vice chair of Brata Productions Board of Directors. This year, Sam's Caribbean Marketplace celebrates 25 years serving the community, serving the world. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not Sam, he is Andrew Morris.
Andrew. 2 kisses he wants, that's why I kiss him. Thank you so much for 25 years of bringing Jamaica to Long Island. Thank you so much on behalf of our grateful nation, the Prime Minister, the people of Jamaica, the community, the diaspora. Thank you for all that you do, and you are indeed our hero. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
AKA Junior Johnny Shields. The only brother of 6 siblings, immigrated to the United States with his family while he was in his teens. Like most immigrants at that age, he came to the United States with nothing but a dream, ethics of hard work and determination. Baldwin worked in the corporate field for several years, never knowing that one day he would start his own business. A few miles outside of the city, in Montclair, New Jersey, yay, Jersey, you will find his family-owned base business, Johnny's, like most great companies, started as a passion with his wife, Trisha, at the helm of dabbling with making cheesecake and around Christmas and the holidays for family and friends for special events and occasions, and special occasions. It was in the midst of preparing for one of these occasions that Baldwin wanted to help his wife learn how to make a cheesecake. Okay, Trisha showed him what to do so he could assist in lightening her load, and it was at that point he became hooked. After Baldwin made a few cheesecakes on his own, he found himself experimenting with new ideas. By this time, Trisha realized that, oh wait, I didn't forget it. And handed it over, gave him the reins. Baldwin's passion and creativity for making these cheesecakes grew and continues to grow with Trisha, his greatest fan, beside him. In the fall of 2016, Baldwin started sharing these delectable delights with family and friends. The response was and continues to be magnificent, and for that he feels truly grateful and blessed. Let me skip because I'm a lot. As a past alumni of Jamaica College, all right, we won't hold it against him. Excuse me. And a sponsor of the robotics team, he recently had the honor of serving some of our delights at the annual Griffin Awards in April of 2017-2018, hosted by the Jamaica College Old Boys Association of New York. Baldwin is also a proud ambassador for the Nathan Ebanks Advocacy Group for Children with Disabilities. Oh wow. Our company also serves under the Team Jamaica Baker Feeding Program at the annual Pen Release in Philadelphia 2017-2018 and Art Exploration in Virginia in 2017. The company is now supplying cheesecakes to Alvin and Friends, BB King's, and now Sunny Hall, Blue Mountain Bar Cafe, and others within the tri-state area. We are working on our next step, which is to open, well, he is working on his next step, which is to open the first retail store location in, where else? Say it, New Jersey, as well as working towards a location in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my Jersey brethren, Baldwin Shields.
Baldwin and Trisha. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you would think that, oh, cheesecakes are why they heroes. Because in doing their cheesecake, they bring a taste of Jamaica and highlight brand Jamaica, whether it is through sorrel, yam, you name it. And that is showcasing brand Jamaica. So Baldwin and Trisha, on behalf of a grateful nation, the Prime Minister, the government, and the people of Jamaica, and the many Jamaicans here in the diaspora, we are so very proud of you, such a young couple, and we're very, very proud of you. I am proud of you. I know everybody here is proud of you. So we know that you're our hero. This is just the beginning, and I'm sure there's so much more to come. Thank you so much. You're a trophy singer.
We're going to ask Mr. Drummond to just give the collective thanks for the awardees. So Drummond, let's hear it. Mr. Drummond, let's hear it.
Good evening. I don't know, well, I'm deeply honored to be the one asked to say a few words on behalf of everyone. So, let me start off by saying a bio doesn't really tell the full story of any one person. A bio somewhat is entirely self-serving. It talks about you, and it talks about you, and it just talks about you. But along everybody's journey, and I think I speak on behalf of the entire group, when I say along our journey, if we were to write out a bio of how many people we have to thank, there would be not enough trees in the world to support that. So on behalf of everyone with the honorees tonight, I want to thank the family members. I know I stand between us and what's going on outside, but please allow me just about 5 minutes of your time. In our journey, collectively, when I hear about Sam's, when I hear about your cheesecake, Noel and Annette Runcie, their journey. Along that journey, I happen to know you guys' story. And the journey requires a lot of sacrifice of family members and a lot of people in Jamaica who have helped us along the way. I kind of look at our obligation and our giving back as the effort to pay a debt that we never ever can repay. To every one of us, Jamaica means more than just a country where we're born. It's a country that gives us the inspiration when you think about everybody here, pursuing business in some endeavor one way or another. That's something we learn in Jamaica. And in America you see a lot of the first. This is the first person, the first woman, the first this, and the first that. But I'm fortunate, and I'm sure you're fortunate, that when you're growing up, it wasn't a surprise to see a woman in charge. It wasn't a surprise to see a young person in charge. It wasn't a surprise to see a minority in charge. So when we come to America and we see and we hear people make those announcements, it's not a surprise to us because we were born seeing it every day. So I know that this effort of being recognized tonight is more or less an appreciation. But I know deeply for me personally, I know I owe Jamaica a debt that I will never ever be able to repay. It's in our national anthem that the phrase "stir response to duty's call." You think of all the national anthems that you've heard, and I've been in the military, 26 years now. I've listened to a lot of national anthems all over the world. But very few national anthems has in it "stir response to duty call." And that's an important element in our national anthem, because when you grow up from a little boy hearing this, that you have an obligation to return a thank you, you have an obligation to give back, it's instilled in us, and to Jamaica, we owe that so much. Given that I have the mic, I wouldn't miss this opportunity. My life has been an inspiration, but I'm so inspired by two young people. Olivia and Aiden continues to be my biggest joy and inspiration. And none of this happens without a lovely wife who's Guyanese and took a chance on a little Jamaican boy. And so, my wife, I am extremely grateful, and I want to say thank you and I love you. Wow. I have the pleasure of being in business with a law partner who's Italian, but she's Jamaican by association and by culture and by spirit. And to Joanne, who has contributed so much to helping Jamaica, thank you for your support and thank you for what you do. I would be remiss, and I know we are being recognized, but let me take a moment to recognize some real heroes within our ranks. This office and the Consulate General's office. If this message gets back to the Prime Minister, please, Mr. Prime Minister, I want to say thank you very much for appointing the Honorable Trudy Deans to be the Consul General. And no one's paying me to say this, no one is asking me, and I'm not trying to curry any favor, but I promise you this. I know when we go to funerals are long, and we hear a lot of people pouring out how they love one another and they say such nice things. I promise myself that that will never happen to me. I'm going to say it when I'm alive, even if it upsets some folks. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to say, Trudy Deans is young. She's a woman. She's responsible for 13 states, including 33 states, including Bermuda and Puerto Rico. As we speak tonight, somewhere, some Jamaicans are having some event. And as we speak tonight, some Jamaicans are complaining that she's not there. As we speak tonight, somebody's complaining that they didn't send a representative. And it costs money to get people to go and represent Jamaica everywhere. So, because I have the audience here, let me just say this. We have an obligation to remind ourselves that one office from a developing country cannot be and send a representative everywhere, every time. It just can't happen. The Deputy Consul General is someone who got me started a long time ago, as you heard. So when I came here a few weeks ago when the Prime Minister was here, I was so delighted to see you, Deputy the Honorable Ms. Smart. I am so happy that you're back, and I'm so happy to see you. Ms. Chalmers is here too. She also helped call upon me and said, Stephen, you have to help out, and I was delighted to do so. The work that's being done here, whenever a Jamaican travels to America and gets into some kind of problem, and it happens in the United States military. Last year this time I was in Korea, something happened. We have the benefit of calling upon our consulate there, and America has a lot of resources, so it happens seamlessly. But when you have a country, a developing country as Jamaica, it's on us to make it happen. One of the things why I admire our Consul General so much is she talks about we all give. We send a lot of money, and She is the first, and I don't say this to disparage anyone, but this is the truth. She's the first who says, listen, sending back barrels and sending back money and sending those things are important. But in addition to sending those things, we have to build. And you know the phrase, give a fish, you feed someone for a little time. But when you teach someone to fish, you help them forever. She is behind this concept of teaching more of us to fish. And it dawned on me, so Madam Councilor, and I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to tell you how that really resonated with me. A few years ago, I had to have my security clearance checked for the military. Every so often they do. So they came to my office. My law partner is here. She'll verify. They came to my office and they wanted to find out why am I sending so much money to Jamaica over the years. Because we had the Western Union problem. So they started asking, who's this person, who's that person? I have a cousin, I'll just share, his name is Buckshot. So when I send the money, I put as a little note, hey, Alton Street, aka Buckshot. But the CID wanted to know who's Buckshot. So I was able to explain all these people and everybody. But ultimately, it caused me to take a moment to say, let's take a look at how much I've sent over the years. And I'm not unique in that regard. So I'm not talking about me, my money. Every one of you had the same history. If you take a moment to collectively look about how much money you've sent, I think we all could have opened up tons of businesses in Jamaica. So when the CG came on board and she said, we have to try to build something, that opened my eyes to say, that is really the approach. Sending barrels and sending this and sending that is great, but we have to start trying to build something. So Madam CG, I say that here for you to call upon us more, bug us more, demand more of us, because we love Jamaica, we're obligated to Jamaica, and you know how we are, we'll find a way. When I read about Sam who is delivering to get to where he is, I hear about Noel's journey. It's a lot of work, but Jamaicans will find a way because we've been instilled from your little boys and little girls. If you want good, your nose must run. And when you're growing up and that's what you're being told day in and day out, you start believing it. And once you start believing it, it becomes a way of life. So Madam TG, call upon us. It's my grandmother who taught me very simply, and you heard about me going to court and how it is, but my grandmother taught me very simple. Don't watch the noise of the market, make sure you get your correct change. Very simple. So wherever I go on behalf of my country, on behalf of even this nation, I always try to make sure I get my correct change. Very simple. Madam CG, call upon us please. We love you and we want you to succeed. We want to thank the Consulate's office here for all you're doing for Jamaica. We know you work long hours, because we know you have to be back to work tomorrow morning and probably another event tomorrow. So thank you. You guys are really our hero. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Me, our Vice Consul, had to attend to other matters, urgent matters, as you rightfully pointed out. We had to actually go back and deal with the issue a while ago. Thank God we're still here. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Consul General, I just would like to thank you all. The honorees, big up on yourself. But more importantly, as my goodly gentleman here, Stephen, just said, the families and the support system is what we need to also value. If you notice, somebody said when they were talking about Lesleyann, and with all her accomplishment and got Ivy League school and this a school and that a school, and what did she say? Her biggest accomplishment, her kids. And what did Stephen say? Who inspired him? A Bikini and a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I know it's not easy to come here on a Wednesday on Halloween. And this shows to me dedication. The Consul General thanks you. And I think, you know, she always says somebody give a vote of thanks, but I need it to end with her. What do you think? Yeah. Thank you very much. Ladies, let us ask the Consul General to step up and say a few words to close us off. Thank you very much. Now get the race so my chance to jump. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing else for me to say but to say thanks to especially some persons, you know, they were kind enough to provide refreshments. Let me get my book because then Mr. Maitland will be in my office tomorrow to say CG never said thanks. So let me just say thanks to Egan's Delight. Vegans, you see? The 2 carrots, I didn't see that it meant the V. Vegan's Delight. To Antoinette Osborne. To, is Antoinette here? Where is Antoinette? What? Oh, thank you, Antoinette. Is Mr. Blake here? Where is Mr. Blake? Is he here? No? To Patrice Miller. Is Patrice here? No? Okay, so thank you so much to Diane. Thank you so much, Diane. To Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. To Quality One, Mr. Thank you, sir. Salute you. Thank you so much. Again, to my staff, to Mr. Maitland, I curse him every day, will tell you. To Mr. Maitland, he works very hard. To Aretha, to Nikisha, to all the staff. I don't know what it is that Denise had to go and work on, but excuse me, I will have to go and find out what it is to assist her also. You know, I have to tell you a story. Saturday, Bishop Riley is my friend, right? So I was asked to come to a function, but I can't say no to him. No matter what it is, I can't say no. So I went, and lo and behold, I saw a church full of people. I said, but what is this? Bishop Riley was recently appointed an apostle of the church. So, I know what it is to be apostle. It means you have 3 eyes. Anyway, Bishop Riley, I am so proud of you. I know the community is proud of you. And he is our in-house bishop. We can call upon him to do anything for us. So thank you so much, Bishop Riley. Ladies and gentlemen, what else can I say? To the awardees, as Robert said, big up on yourself. Boom. Kaboom, as my favorite DJ would say, bounty killer. Kaboom. But, you know, the consulate is your home away from home. I hope you feel as comfortable as I feel being here and serving you as your Consul General. And as Stephen said, the barrel nice, and the book and the bag and the cotton and the injection. But sometime very soon, when we put our hearts and minds together, we're gonna say, this is what the diaspora built. And we're gonna do it. One love. I love you all. Have a good day.